Archie, you ready? Okay. I'm in one of my favorites, the Suzuki Ignis. I love it. It's funny little SUV wannabe looks, and it's like cutesy and charming and everything, but it is actually also quite capable and flipping fantastic value for money. So 2020 has had a minor update. So the front you'll see now kind of looks a bit more in line with the Jimny and the Vitara and the Espresso. This GLX has got some like chrome detailing in it and everything, looking all fancy. It's got roof rails now, you know. So it just all looks a little bit more charm, actually, is what it gives you. The Motor Man. Now some local music for a change, or Jeremy Loops. My hand, nothing else will change. The Motor Man. It has the same 1.2 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine. You get 61 kilowatts of power and 131 newton meters of torque, which is totally fine around town. It's also quite a light car, so nippy as anything. Whew. But now when you go on the highway and there's a wind, that can be quite harrowing, I won't lie. Okay, I experienced that last week. I flew all over the place, but yes, I held on tight. I was like, ah! But that can be expected in sort of budget buys and small cars, etc. That just happens, and this is like a little bit, you know, what can you do? What is flipping amazing is this little 5-speed manual transmission though, because it's so easily worked. It's like fuss-free. So if you want to overtake, or if you need that little extra oomph of power, it's fab, okay? Because it's like smooth shifting and all that jazz. And fuel consumption, let me tell you, holy macaroni. So it's claimed at 5.1 litres per 100 k's, which, you know, is like never achievable, just about. I kid you not, I'm sitting at 5.4 and I've been driving like a hooligan. So you can certainly achieve that fuel consumption if you tried. And I never say that. I mean, that's huge. That's a massive plus. Yeah, I can't think of the word. Woo! This does not suit the Ignis. What is this? Inside is also where the Suzuki Ignis just shines, because it's so full of spec and standard spec that you might not get in some of its competitors, etc. But so you get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto here. You've got a big touchscreen here with the GLX. You've got climate control, a reverse camera, for God's sake. You've even got push start, keyless entry. Do you know, these are things that you find in a more expensive car. So I just love that you get it in the Ignis as well. It just makes it more appealing. But what I do love is that it's got that sort of 180 millimeter ground clearance. So I have to park on a pavement often, and fuss free, let me tell you. Just hop up on that curb, no problems. Also, I attended the launch of the original 2017 model that arrived here. We did quite a bit of off-roading, and I was like really impressed. And I say off-roading like we were on a gravel road, etc., which was quite like uneven. And this car just off it went, like almost like it was born for it. Maybe it's made me. Yeah, no. So like this for me is a car, like if you're a student, or even if you want to downsize or something, you need a nip around. And maybe even if you live on sort of like a small holding that has a gravel road on the way to your house, this is so perfect for that. It's like made for it. I just really love it. I mean, Archie's supposed to be part of these videos, but he just sleeps through them, which is so rude. So this is the top of the range, and so it's now just under 217,000 Rand, which is a little bit of a bummer because you want it to be under the 200k mark, but it just can't be helped. Do you know, the way things are at the moment, it's not Suzuki's fault or anything, it just happens to be what it is. But regardless, I still think it is fabulous value for money. And I have had a student contact me this morning to ask me what car they should get, and they were looking at certain things. I suggested this and instantly got back, oh my God, I love the look of that. And I was like, well, there you go. Okay, so now they're going to drive it, they're going to love it even more and probably buy it. Thank you, pleasure, Suzuki. Look, how much do we like the Suzuki Ignis? Hey? Yes, look how big we've got since our last video, huh? What are you eating? Kind of waiting for him to do something like talk. I don't think that's going to happen. Do we just pretend you're driving? There you go, drive the car. Yeah. I mean, we're not driving because you don't do that. Don't drive with dogs on your lap. That's my free advice. Hey, only once you pulled over. Yes.